Diplomatic immunity, fuck 'em. All that peace and that unity, all that weak shit'll ruin me, fuck 'em. Yeah. Cause niggas started talking to me like I'm slow.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy P, Ball with P, back at you again with another one, man. Hey, if you haven't seen my last video, please go check that one out for me, man. It was a Super Bowl 52 preview. Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will be next weekend, man, between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. I gave you a little Super Bowl preview, broke down the conference championships, man. Go check that video out if you haven't seen that one. We're going to talk NBA today, man. A lot going on in NBA, man. I haven't had an NBA video this entire year. This is my first NBA video of 2018. And today is just going to be a little what's happening now video in the NBA. A lot been going on, like I said, man. I'm going to discuss a lot today, man. I'm going to talk about the trending NBA news that's going on. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they're struggling, man. They got a whole bunch of hoopla going on right now, man. We're going to discuss the Cleveland Cavaliers, their struggles. NBA All-Stars and reserves were announced in the last couple weeks. Also, the All-Star teams for LeBron and Steph Curry, they were chosen. So I'm going to discuss that and a lot more, man, we're going to discuss today. But first, we're going to do a little quick hit segment, just some little quick NBA news of stuff that's going on around the NBA, man. First thing we're going to talk about, man, Gordon Hayward, man. Video surfaced the other day. We all know what happened to Gordon Hayward, the NBA opening night against the Cleveland Cavaliers. His first game as a Boston Celtic. Of course, he was with the Utah Jazz last year, man. Broke his leg, broke his ankle, really. Gruesome injury. We all know what happened, but the video surfaced the other day, man. He was actually on the court putting up some shots, man, with nothing, no leg brace on, nothing, man. We'll put the video up. Little couple dribbles between the legs, hitting some shots on the court. Only thing I have to say about that, man, I just hope he's not rushing to come back. I'm hoping that he's not trying to come back this year. I think the Boston Celtics, they've been fine without him anyway. I think Gordon Hayward needs to just take his time. It's good to see him back on the court. Good to see that he's okay. Good to see that his leg looks okay, that he can put up shots. Like I said, he had a couple dribbles between the legs. His leg looks fine, but I just hope he's not rushing to come back, man. He needs to just take his time. I wish him a speedy recovery. It's good to see him out there, like I said, man. But like I said, the Celtics are just fine. Gordon Hayward, take your time coming back. I know he's probably anxious to come back. He's seen his team doing well. Just take your time, man. You'll be back next year. I think you'll be good, man. Next thing we're going to talk about Jason Kidd, the coach, well, now former coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. He got fired, man, after 3.5 seasons in Milwaukee. Milwaukee decided to go in a different direction, and awkwardly, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Milwaukee star, the superstar on the rise, man, he knew that Jason Kidd was going to be fired before Jason Kidd even knew. Apparently, he was informed about it. He called Jason Kidd 15 minutes before he was informed, had a little conversation with him, man, and of course they let him know, man. This was a surprise to me, honestly. I think when he was fired, I don't know if the Bucks I think they're 7th in the Eastern Conference now. I think they were 8th at the time. But I mean, I think it was a surprise to me, man. There's been some rumblings saying that, that apparently he wanted to be the coach of the Phoenix Suns. Maybe he didn't want to be there. I don't know if there was some player issues between Jason Kidd and the team. But nonetheless, man, they let Jason Kidd go. Jason Kidd is out of Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he expressed his frustrations. He expressed that how much Jason Kidd meant to him, how much he was a part of his maturation process since he came in the NBA, excuse me. So we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, they're saying that Jason Kidd wants to be the next coach of the Phoenix Suns, so we'll see if that happens. Next, I'm going to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Apparently, Kawhi Leonard is unhappy with the San Antonio Spurs. Last week, the Spurs announced that Kawhi, he will be out indefinitely to rehab his injured right quad. He's only played 9 games this season, and apparently he's unhappy with the team and how they're handling his rehab process, and apparently he's frustrated. Now, Coach Greg Popovich, he called the story silly. And you know what? I'm not sure if I believe this story, honestly. I'm not sure if I believe this story, man, because the Spurs, they're a top-class organization. When do we ever hear anything like this about the San Antonio Spurs? When do you ever hear about any type of drama with the Spurs? I'm not saying that ESPN is putting out fake news. There's a lot of people saying that it's fake news. I'm not saying that, but I'm not so sure how much I believe that Kawhi is unhappy. Kawhi has never been vocal. Who would he tell that he's unhappy? Kawhi ain't finna publicly say that he's unhappy with anything. So how would they know? I don't believe this, man. Kawhi, he's not an outspoken player. Kawhi is a great player, man, all-star, man. Like I said, the Spurs, they're a top-tier organization. And there's rumors that Kawhi could be traded, and he's not looking to be in San Antonio long-term. That's the rumor. I don't believe this not one bit, but we'll see what happens, man. Kawhi Leonard, he was one of my preseason MVP candidates. He's a top 5 forward in the league when healthy, man, honestly. Well, we'll see what happens with Kawhi Leonard, man. Next, we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant. Like I said, these are quick hits, so I'm just going through these real quick. Kobe Bryant, believe it or not, he is nominated for an Oscar. Yes, he is nominated for an Academy Award during Kobe Bryant's jersey retirement. When was this? Like, I think a month or two ago. The Lakers retired both of his 8 and number 24 jerseys. During that retirement thing, there was a animated film that was shown as they were putting up Kobe's jerseys up. You could look it up. The name of the film is called it's actually a poem, a retirement poem, short animated film. It is called Dear Basketball, and it is nominated at the Academy Awards for Best Animated Short Film, man. So congratulations to my guy Kobe Bryant, man. That is a huge accomplishment. All the accomplishments that he has accomplished in the NBA, and now he's nominated for Oscar, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he wins that. I'm not sure what other nominees are in that category. But hopefully, man, Kobe will take that, man. That'll be good for Kobe, man. So next, we'll talk about Marcus Smart for the Boston Celtics. Apparently, Marcus Smart has injured himself, and he is expected to miss 2 weeks after cutting his right hand after hitting a picture frame. I read the story once. I think it was in a team hotel. He hit a picture frame in L.A. The other night, the Celtics were in L.A. playing the Lakers, and Marcus Smart, he had a chance to win the game for the Celtics. He took the game-winning shot against the Lakers, and he missed. And this is probably a result of anger. He swiped at a picture frame and cut his hand. Like I said, he is expected to miss 2 weeks. And if you remember last year, he did the exact same thing against the Wizards. He punched a hole in the wall following a loss. So I'm assuming that this is because of the same thing. He got mad that he missed the game when he shot. And now he's missing 2 weeks, putting his team in a bad situation, man. I mean, Marcus Smart is not a freaking all-star, but still, I mean, you missing 2 weeks for your team for something that stupid, man. Come on. He tweeted this out, man. This is his tweets here. Quote, I want to take this time to express my sincerest apologies to my teammates, coaches, and most of all, my amazing Boston Celtics fans. I'm embarrassed and disappointed in my actions. I swiped at and hit a picture frame on the wall. I feel like I let y'all down. I promise I will learn from this situation and come back better than ever. I love y'all, and I truly appreciate all the support. So, Marcus Smart tweeted that out after his actions. He admits that it was stupid. I mean, of course he knows it was stupid, but you did this a year ago, man, and you did it again. So, I mean, you can't really say it's something that you're not going to do again. I mean, you keep doing the same thing over and over again. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. Hopefully he'll be back in the 2 weeks that they say. Hopefully he'll be fine. So, last quick hit I'm going to get to, man. Last night, man, I got some, that's not breaking news anymore, but some sad news. DeMarcus Cousins, man, last night the Houston Rockets were in New Orleans playing the Pelicans. With about 15 seconds left on the clock, man, DeMarcus Cousins, he was at the free throw line. He missed the free throw, tried to get the rebound. I don't know what happened, man, but he hurt himself, fell on the floor, had to be carried off the court. The Pelicans feared that it was a torn Achilles, and they were absolutely right, man. DeMarcus Cousins has torn his left Achilles tendon, man. He is out for the season. He had an MRI done after the fact. The team already had feared that it was a torn Achilles tendon, and it was confirmed. DeMarcus Cousins is out for the rest of the season, man. And this was reported by ESPN's NBA insider, Adrian Wojnarowski. And, man, this sucks for DeMarcus. And if you remember last year around All-Star time, DeMarcus got traded from the Kings to the Pelicans, man. So this man, he's having bad luck around All-Star time, man. Wish you nothing but the best, DeMarcus Cousins. Wish you a speedy recovery, man. It sucks, man. Absolutely sucks because he probably would have had his first playoff appearance this year with the New Orleans Pelicans, man. The Pelicans were doing absolutely great against top-tier teams in the league. So, like I said, man, get well soon, DeMarcus. Everybody in the league wished him a speedy recovery. LeBron James, Blake Griffin, Gordon Hayward, Rudy Gay. A bunch of people tweeted out their sincerest things to DeMarcus Cousins yesterday, man. So that's all the quick hits I got for y'all today. So I'm gonna get into the first topic, man. The NBA All-Stars were announced within the last couple weeks, man, and of course people got snubbed, man. Of course people got snubbed. People get snubbed every year. So first I'm gonna go through the starters that were announced for the NBA All-Star Weekend, man. Here are the starters for the Eastern Conference. You got LeBron James. He is now a 14-time All-Star. Kyrie Irving was announced as a starter. He's a 5-time All-Star. Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers. This is his first time as an All-Star. Embiid is having a hell of a year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, this is now his second All-Star appearance. And then DeMar DeRozan, he is now a 4-time All-Star. Western Conference starters are Stephen Curry, he's a 5-time All-Star. Anthony Davis, 5-time All-Star as well. Kevin Durant, 9-time All-Star. James Harden, 6-time All-Star. And DeMarcus Cousins was named to the All-Star team for his 4th time. And like I said, he is out for the season. So they're most likely going to find a replacement for DeMarcus very soon. In the reserves, here are the reserves. For the Eastern Conference, you got Victor Oladipo. He's a first-time All-Star. Bradley Beal, along with him, another first-time All-Star. Al Horford, John Wall, Kristaps Porzingis named to his first All-Star game. Kyle Lowry, 4-time All-Star. And Kevin Love, 5-time All-Star. Those are the NBA reserves that were named out of the Eastern Conference. And for the Western Conference, you got here Klay Thompson, 4-time All-Star. Karl Anthony Towns, this is his first time being named to the All-Star team. You got Jimmy Butler, my guy Russell Westbrook, which I feel like is crazy. He's a reserve. Draymond Green, Damian Lillard, and LaMarcus Aldridge, man. So those are the All-Stars reserves. Name for the Western Conference. And the top vote getters from each conference were selected as the captains. This year is the new format, so the top vote getters were the captains, and they pick from the player pools. They pick starters, and then they pick reserves. So the top 2 vote getters were, of course, LeBron James out the Eastern Conference and Steph Curry out the Western Conference. They picked their teams the other day, man, and I gotta say, I saw the teams that were picked. It wasn't televised. I wish it was televised, but let me just get to it, man. Here are Team LeBron and Team Curry. LeBron, apparently, he had the first pick to pick the starters. So LeBron picked the starter first, then Curry picked, and they went back and forth. But when it came to the reserves, Curry had the first pick with reserves. So here's LeBron's team, man. Here's who he picked. He picked LaMarcus Aldridge, Bradley Beal, DeMarcus Cousins. Like I said, they're going to have to find the replacements for Cousins. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Victor Oladipo, Kristaps Porzingis, John Wall, and Russell Westbrook. Compared to Curry's team of Giannis Antetokounmpo, good pick, Jimmy Butler, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, Draymond Green, James Harden, Al Horford, Damian Lillard, Kyle Lowry, Klay Thompson, and Karl Anthony Towns. Now, if you look at these two teams side by side, it's not even a question. LeBron got the better team. Steph Curry, I don't know what you were thinking when you picked your team. Now, Curry, he has the better shooters on his team. Of course, better shooters. LeBron has more size. Curry, I don't know what you was thinking. If you ask me, LeBron could take this team. You could take this entire team. They could go to the Olympic Games and they'll go undefeated. If you ask me, LeBron's team will go undefeated in the Olympics. You could take this team, take them across the country, play in the Olympic Games. I guarantee you, this team will go undefeated. LeBron got the way. Curry, what was you thinking? And you got the first pick for reserves, and you didn't pick Russell Westbrook? Curry had like I said, LeBron had the first pick for starters. Apparently, he picked Kevin Durant as the first pick for his starters. Curry had the first pick for reserves, and he didn't pick Russell Westbrook. I don't know who he picked, but if you didn't pick Westbrook, Westbrook was the best reserve. Let me look. Let me make sure. Yeah, Westbrook was the best reserve. Why didn't you pick Russell Westbrook? I don't know. But like I said, LeBron's team is just super dominant. I'm picking LeBron's team to win the All-Star game. And like I said, their teams are so LeBron's team is so much dominant just on paper than Curry's team. I think they're gonna kill Curry's team, honestly, if you ask me. I mean, like I said, you gotta take DeMarcus out and they gotta find a replacement for DeMarcus. I don't think it's gonna be that much of a difference. Replacing DeMarcus, I don't think that's gonna be a big factor. But I think this is going to be the first and the last time they do this. I think next year they're going to go back to the regular East-West format. But, man, this was crazy to me, Curry. I don't know if LeBron took Curry to the back and said, hey, man, take a couple shots with me real quick. I don't even think they was in the same place when they made the picks. But still, regardless, Curry, you must have been on one when you picked this team. You got a good team, but compared to LeBron team, it's ridiculous. So, All-Star Game, man, is going to be February 18, 2018 on TNT from Staples Center in LA. So we'll see what happens with that, man. And here are the players that were selected for the Mountain Dew Kickstart Rising Stars game. You got the USA versus the world here. I'm gonna put it up. Donovan Mitchell for the USA, Kyle Kuzma, who I feel like is a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year, Lonzo Ball, Dennis Smith, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, Chris Dunn, Malcolm Brogdon, Jason Tatum, and John Collins. Jason Tatum is a strong he's a very strong contender for Rookie of the Year too. The World Team, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Laurie, I'm not sure how to say his name, Markkinen, he plays for the Chicago Bulls. He's having an incredible year as a rookie. Jamal Murray, Domantas Sabonis, Dario Saric. These dudes got some weird names, man. Bogdanovic, Frank Nikolika. I don't know how to say these people's names. Dylan Brooks and Buddy Hield. Sorry, I'm butchering these people's names, but I don't know how to say these people's names. I haven't said these people's names the entire year, but I know who they play for. But yeah, so that's the Rising Stars, USA versus the World rosters. So now I'm gonna talk about the All-Star snubs, man. A lot of people put up the 28 their picks for the 2018 All-Star snub team. I'm gonna put the picture up here, man. You got Chris Paul, Paul George, Andre Drummond, Devin Booker, and then Lou Williams, man. I'm shocked Chris Paul wasn't selected. I mean, you got Kevin Love in the game. Kevin Love in the All-Star game. I mean, of course, Kevin Love's in the East, Chris Paul, Paul George in the West. But still, and then Andre Drummond's in the East. How was Kevin Love selected to the All-Star game over Andre Drummond? Please tell me. Please explain this to me. I have no idea. And like I said, Devin Booker. Lou Williams, man. Me and Lou Williams, we went to the same high school. My fellow South Gwinnett High School alumni, man. He graduated like 5 years before I did. I didn't go to school at the same time he did. But in that South Gwinnett High School is in close to Atlanta, Georgia, on the outskirts of Atlanta, Georgia. But Lou Williams, he got snubbed, man. And Lou Williams, he was on a hell of a run. He actually posted this on Instagram. This picture right here. He put up his points per game. He got Player of the Week. He had 23.3 points per game, 5 assists per game. He had a 3-point percentage of 41.6% and a free throw percentage of 90.6%. And if you look at the bottom, since September 22nd, his NBA ranks, he's first in points scored, first in points per game, which is crazy. First in 3-pointers made, first in 3-point percentage, first in 30-point games, second in field goals made, and second in free throws. That's crazy. And that is in the entire NBA. And he was snubbed from the All-Star team. He posted that on Instagram, and he said, "Quick post and delete." I didn't even look if he deleted it now. I'm pretty sure he did, but those are some of the All-Star snubs, man. Lou Will, I mean, he's been in the league for about 12 years now, man. He has never made an All-Star team, man. I wish he would have got it in this year. Nonetheless, man, he's an All-Star snub, man. Hopefully, Lou, you'll get in there before you retire, man. Hopefully, man. I believe that. So next, man, that's the NBA All-Stars. All-Star Weekend stuff. Next, I'm going to talk about LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. The other night, LeBron James, he got to 30,000 career points against the San Antonio Spurs, and he is now the 7th player in NBA history and the youngest ever to hit the 30,000 point mark, man. And he actually congratulated himself before he even hit the 30,000 point mark, which I feel like I thought that was special. I thought that was special, man. So here's his post here, man. I'm actually looking at it right now. Like I said, he put this on Instagram. He said, "I want to be one of the first to congratulate you on this accomplishment / achievement tonight that you'll reach. Only a handful has seen and reached it. And while I know it's never been a goal of yours from the beginning, please try to take a moment for yourself on how you've done it. The house you're about to be a part of has only 6 seats in it as of now, but 1 more will be added, and you should be very proud and honored to be invited inside. There's so many people to thank who has helped this even become possible, so thank them all. And when you finally get your moment alone to yourself, smile, look up to the higher skies and say thank you. So with that said, congrats again, young king. One love. Strive for greatness. The kid from Akron." And honestly, man, if you ask me, LeBron, you didn't have to do that. You really didn't have to do that. Before you even hit the mark, I had a video, my last NBA video, man. It was a LeBron James versus Michael Jordan debate. Check that video out if you haven't seen that one. I said to myself, I mean, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm still a Miami Heat fan. I was a Heat fan before LeBron and still after LeBron. I said that I have a love-hate relationship with LeBron James because of some of the stuff that he does. And this is a prime example. LeBron, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to do that. Stay humble, my friend. I know it's a great accomplishment. I know that you're the 7th guy to do this. I know that the other 6 guys ahead of you are pretty much Hall of Famers if they're not Hall of Famers already. But you didn't have to do this, man. You stay humble, my friend. You don't have to congratulate yourself on. Let the people do it for you, man. You don't have to do stuff like that. That's just my opinion. But nonetheless, congratulations to LeBron James. He's probably going to go down as the NBA's all-time leading scorer when it's all said and done. Because if you ask me, this man still got about 5 to 8 years left, maybe 10 years, honestly. Will LeBron play till he's 43? I don't know. I don't know if he'll play that long, but I think his body hasn't hit him to play 10 years. Like I said, it's all love, man. LeBron James, congratulations to you, man. But we gonna talk about your team now. The Cleveland Cavaliers been struggling, man. Last night they beat the Pacers 115-108 at home. But before tonight, since Christmas, the Cavs have lost 12 of their last 13 games. They have the worst defense in the league. They are currently ranked third in the Eastern Conference at 28-19. Isaiah Thomas has returned from injury, and he hasn't been a factor. He has not been a factor as many people have thought he would be. And the team, honestly, they look out of sync. They seem like they don't trust one another. And Boston looks like they got the better end of the deal, the Kyrie Irving and the Isaiah Thomas trade. At this point, honestly, Boston's first in the Eastern Conference. And also now it's being reported that before being traded to Boston, Kyrie Irving, he told the Cavs that if they didn't fulfill his trade request, that he would have surgery to repair a minor knee injury that he had. Which to me is crazy. Kyrie, like damn, you was really playing no games. Kyrie, you was playing absolutely 0 games. You really went to the team and said, look, man, I want to get traded. If y'all don't trade me, I'm gonna have minor surgery on my knee. Sorry. That's crazy to me. The Kyrie didn't want to play with LeBron that bad. You ain't want to play with LeBron that bad, Kyrie? Damn. Nonetheless, like I said, Boston, they got the better end of this deal, man. Like I said, Kyrie's playing no games. Honestly, to make that type of threat to your own team, damn. You got a ring with this team, you got a championship with this team. That's absolutely crazy to me, man. And also it was reported that LeBron was unhappy with getting Isaiah Thomas from the trade because he wanted Eric Bledsoe or Paul George. And of course, Eric Bledsoe, he got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks, and Paul George, of course, went to OKC. And would these options have been better for the Cavs, Eric Bledsoe and Paul George? Honestly, yeah. If you ask me, Paul George he's a strong all defensive first team candidate this year. Paul George has some excellent defense, great offensive player, top 5 forward in the league, maybe. Yeah, top 5, hell yeah, top 5 forward in the league, hell yeah. Eric Bledsoe, he's averaging 17, 4 and 4 off 45% from the field, shooting 30% from the 3-point line, compared to Isaiah Thomas, 16, 3 and 1 off of 40% shooting and 28% from the 3-point line. Now, granted, Isaiah Thomas has only played 8 games this year, but as I said, he hasn't been much of a factor in the 8 games he's been back. And how long did it take him to come back from injury? Took what? 3 months? 3-4 months? Cleveland, y'all look like y'all in trouble, man, honestly. And there's some players that are in some trade rumors for Cleveland. Kemba Walker's in the trade. He's on the trade block, but Michael Jordan, he said, of course, he's owner of the Charlotte Hornets. He said that Kemba ain't going nowhere. He's not looking to trade Kemba. They're saying that DeAndre Jordan could be traded to Cleveland, George Hill, or my guy Lou Williams, man. The Cavs, they need to make a move, man. They honestly need to make a move because they are not looking good. Now, I had a video early in the year that the Cavs were struggling. I said, the Cavs in trouble. I didn't think they were in trouble because at that point, they weren't as defensively bad as they are now. They didn't look as bad as they do now either. But and I said that they always do this. They do this every year. It seems like the Cavaliers or any team LeBron James has been on has a type of stretch like this every year, and he still goes to the finals. But at this point now, honestly, I'm not so sure, man. I feel like they need to make a trade before the trade deadline comes. And honestly, if you ask me, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Iman Shumpert, y'all could go. Y'all could get the hell out of here. Y'all could go because y'all are not no factor. The Kardashian curse is real too, Tristan Thompson. It's real. To me, it's real. They can all go. They are not a factor. You could trade them for whoever. J.R. Smith ain't no factor. I feel like the only people that is safe right now is LeBron James and D-Wade because LeBron James is the GM of this team, whether you want to believe it or not, and he ain't letting D-Wade go nowhere. Anybody else on the team? Isaiah Thomas, you ain't safe. Kevin Love ain't safe. And honestly, the Cavs, check this out. The Cavs, they have a first-round pick in next year's draft that's going to come from the Brooklyn Nets. And they could potentially be a top 3 to 5 pick because the Nets are going to have one of the top 5 worst records in the league at the end of the season. That's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. And the Cavs, in my opinion, the the Cavs are gonna be in trade talks, of course, because they need to make a move. Y'all need to keep this pick, Cleveland Cavaliers. You need to hold on to this pick because that's gonna be the biggest bait that teams are gonna want when they ask for a trade. And honestly, you need to keep this pick because LeBron might leave. You don't want the same thing to happen when LeBron left in 2010 and y'all got absolutely nothing out of it. Cleveland, you need to hold on to this pick. That is a very important pick because honestly, if y'all don't get together, honestly, if y'all go to the finals and lose again, LeBron might be out the door. LeBron really might be out the door, man. And in even more news for the Cavs with their dysfunctional shit going on, it's also being reported that in a team meeting, after the Cavs, they faced the Thunder about a week ago and got blown the fuck out, 148 to 124. Kevin Love was apparently sick and left the game, and his teammates, they questioned him about this in the team meeting. I got the report right here. It's from ESPN. It says the Cleveland Cavaliers had a fiery team meeting in the practice facility locker room prior to Monday's practice, during which several players challenged the legitimacy of Kevin Love's illness that led him to leave Saturday's loss to Oklahoma City early and miss Sunday's practice, according to league sources. Several players are pushing for the Cavaliers management and coaching staff to hold Love accountable for leaving the arena before the end of Saturday's game and then missing Sunday's practice. The meeting was loud and intense, only calming down once Love spoke to those gathered in the room and explained himself, league sources said. And this is from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. So your teammates don't even believe that you sick, Kevin Love. This is the type of... It's so much dysfunctional stuff going on with y'all, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But, like I said, man, that's an awkward position for Kevin Love to be in. There's just so much drama with the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. Tyronn Lue, head coach for the Cavs, he's now saying that he's going to change the starting lineup, which I believe he did last night against the Pacers. He previously said that he wasn't going to do this, so now he did it. I think Tristan Thompson's back in the lineup. Kevin Love's at the 4. Isaiah at the 1. J.R. Smith at the 2. LeBron at the 3, of course. But, man, we'll see what happens with the Cleveland Cavaliers, man. They still may end up going to the finals, like I said. But, like I said, man, you need to hold on to that pick because LeBron James may be out the door again, Cleveland. I'm sorry. The way they're just looking for y'all right now, LeBron James may be out the door. And like I said, if y'all lose it in the finals again, I definitely believe he's going to leave. I definitely going to believe he's going to leave. And some teams that may make sense for LeBron, I said it in my last NBA video too. They were talking about him going to Houston. That's a possibility. Because, you know, of course, LeBron, he's always wanted to play with Chris Paul, D-Wade, and Carmelo on the same team. He may not be able to get Carmelo, but, hey, got Chris Paul. D-Wade's only playing with the Cavs, this year? Could bring D-Wade over there. You never know. I think it makes sense. You got James Harden, best shooting guard in the league, if you ask me. And San Antonio, Jalen Rose for ESPN, NBA on ESPN, he said that he thinks LeBron should go to San Antonio, which could make sense. Top tier organization, great coach, Greg Popovich. Could make sense for LeBron to go to San Antonio, man. But honestly, I feel like LeBron's route to the finals is easier in the Eastern Conference than it is in the Western Conference. I mean, Western Conference, you're going to run into a lot of elite teams in the playoffs. Eastern Conference is only, 2 to 3 teams? Maybe even that's good. That'll give you a legit run before you get to the finals. So, if you ask me, I think LeBron needs to stay in the East. Maybe he comes back to Miami Heat. Who knows? We'll see what happens, man. But like I said, at this point, man, LeBron James may be on his way out the door. We'll see what happens with Cleveland, man. Hope y'all get it together. We'll see what happens. Like I said, LeBron, he's always in the finals. It'll be hard to see him not in the finals again this year. Boston's looking good. We'll see what happens with Boston. Gordon Hayward, like I said, take your time coming back. Do not try to rush coming back, man. Your team looks fine. They're okay without you. You're fine. Take your time. Rehab what you need to rehab. But that's the topics for today, man. A little quick outro topics, man. There's been a lot of drama between the referees and the players, man. KD has been ejected more times this year than any time in his career. The other night, Blake Griffin had a little incident where he kind of threw the ball at the ref. And he kind of said to the ref, I'm about to get fined because you can't catch the damn ball. But, Blake, you threw the ball where the ref couldn't even really catch it. You threw it so damn hard. A lot of tension between the refs and the players, man. A lot of fights been going on. A game last week between the Magic and the Timberwolves. Aaron Flalo, he starts swinging at a guy. The guy puts him in a headlock. And then a couple weeks ago, with the Clippers and the Rockets game in L.A., Trevor Ariza and Chris Paul and other players, they had a little incident on the court with Austin Rivers, who wasn't even in the game. He was on the bench. Then after the game, Trevor Ariza gets led by Chris Paul in a secret tunnel because, of course, Chris Paul played for the Clippers last year. He knows all the entrances in the Staples Center. in different tunnels. They took them to a secret tunnel to the damn Clippers locker room to try to fight Austin Rivers. Just craziness, man. Y'all are grown men. Grown-ass men. Y'all trying to fight Austin Rivers. You think you finna get your hands on Austin Rivers when his daddy the coach? Come on, man. You ain't finna get your hands on Austin Rivers. And why would you want to fight Austin Rivers of all people? Why? Craziness, man. Craziness, man. I think players need to sit their ass down. Everybody trying to fight one another, man. Y'all gonna get suspended and get fined. Why? Ain't no point in fighting. Play the game. Sit your ass down. Y'all are grown men. Grown-ass men. But anyways, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Get in the comment section, like this video. What's gonna be next? My next video will probably be the Super Bowl breakdown, man. My next NBA video will probably be around All-Star time. I have an NBA mid-season review around All-Star time. So look out for that one. Look out for my next NFL video too. Like I said, hit that like button, get in the comment section. We'll talk some basketball, man. Tell me what y'all think about all the mess that's going on with Cleveland Cavaliers. Man, All-Star team, let me know what you think about the All-Star selections, man. Who you think is going to win, Team Steph or Team LeBron? Hit that subscribe button for me, man. I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, this might be my longest video I have looking at the time, man. Appreciate you watching, man. It's all love, man. Thank you to all my supporters. Hit that subscribe button yet again. It's your boy P. I'm out.
All gravy, protection that God gave me. Shit is complex like short niggas round tall ladies. I gotta watch who I'm talking to like it's all ages. I've seen